Welcome, my friends. This is Master K, Spiritual Life Coach and Advanced Master Life Coach. Welcome to my latest YouTube film on how to meditate. Now, a lot of people approach me and they say, Master K, how can I meditate? I don't know what to do. I haven't done it before. So what I've done, I've put 10 things together that will help you learn how to meditate. Now, first of all, let us look at our life. We always seem to be in fast forward, both mentally and physically. And also we do a heck of a lot of looking back at our past and living in the past. Meditation brings us to this moment of now. This is where we should be. And this has a calming effect on us. When we look at our problems in our life, if there's a problem that we don't have the answer to, it's like a marble going around and around and around in a bowl. This messes our mind up, and also our life can be like this, like a marble going around and around and around on a daily basis. Maybe we're doing exactly the same thing work-wise or chore-wise. Animals have it right. Animals and insects live in this moment of now. They don't live in the future and they don't live in the past. So straight into number one then. And number one is just be yourself. Don't think that you have to wear certain clothes, certain oriental outfit just to do meditation, because you don't need to. You can do it in old clothes or the clothes you're wearing. So this is number one. Also part of number one is don't think that to meditate you have to be in a lotus position or a traditional position. It doesn't matter. You do what you feel most relaxed with, and you can do it just standing up like me here, or you can do it sitting down in a chair, in fact. Whatever way your body feels most relaxed, you find that way for yourself. Otherwise your mind is going to wander. So number one is just be yourself. Okay, so number two is breathing. The way we breathe can very much indeed strengthen our own personal development of meditation. So when we breathe properly, it does two things. It's a very powerful tool, and number one, it can calm and clear the mind, and number two, it can put us in this moment of now, because we're concentrating on our breath, our breathing technique. Maybe we're listening to our breathing, and that seems to blot everything else out and has a very calm effect and an introduction, as it were, straight into our meditation. So breathing, like I say, is number two, and it's a very strong tool indeed to use when getting into meditation, maybe starting the meditation off and then closing down the meditation. So straight into number three, and number three is find somewhere quiet that will help you with your meditation. So in short is remove yourself from all loud noises and any distractions and obstacles that may stop your meditation. One way of doing this is to sit outside, maybe in your garden, and meditate. Another way of doing this is to walk with our Earth Mother, Mother Gaia. Walk with nature, be in nature. Ground yourself outside with nature, in the forest, in the woods. What fantastic feeling we get from this. Another way of doing this is putting ourselves by the sea. There's something about the sea, isn't there? There's something about breathing in that sea air. It really opens the lungs up. So this can be beneficial also. Maybe you can find your own way of putting yourself somewhere quiet. When we look at nature, we see that the natural effects of nature have a very hypnotic effect on us, on our mind, body, and our soul. When we look into that crackling fire, when we're camping on an evening, it really relaxes us and calms us down. We get sleepy, don't we? Maybe listening to a babbling brook, yeah, or the waves breaking on the seashore. These are all natural effects. So number 3 is put yourself somewhere quiet. So we're going straight into number 4 now. And number 4 is give yourself permission to just slow down. Don't feel guilty about this. You can pick up where you left off in your life. And also remember that your health, both your mental health and the health of your physical body, is so very important in all of our lives. If we have stress in our head, in our mind, this can bring on anxiety. And also stress can have a lot to do with our health problems that affect our physical body. So this is number 4. Work on yourself and give yourself permission to just slow down. So what is number 5? Well, number 5 is realizing that meditation works best either first thing in the morning or last thing at night before we go to bed. Another thing to remember is if you're going to meditate just before you go to sleep, don't ever meditate in bed because you will just fall asleep. Along my early journey in this life, I was on many paths. It led nowhere. I was trying to get more spiritual and I didn't really know all the answers to everything. And spirituality comes from within. It comes from all of your experience. And I used to make this mistake. I used to go to bed and meditate and I just fell asleep. So that's something else to remember. Don't meditate in bed. The other thing to remember is the last thing on our mind just before we go to sleep is usually the first thing on our mind when we wake up. So if we're worried or stressed or we're anxious, maybe we're worried about money, bills, work, family, or many other things, it's always good to have a close down ritual that calms the mind down, puts positive inputs into your mind. And of course, this gives us a stronger sense of purpose. So if we're meditating first thing in the morning, which is brilliant, then we can structure our whole day ahead. We can think clear what we need to do next, what we want to do next, or what we have to do. We can change the week ahead, or even the month, or even the year we can plan. So that's if we do meditation in the morning. So if we do meditation just before we go to sleep, we need to do a close down ritual meditation. We need to get rid of all the stress, all the worry, all the anxiety that we've collected throughout our day. We need to have a clear mind, a calm mind, so that we can plan maybe a few different things the next day, fresh things. But the main thing is we don't wake up worrying about the day before. So it really is beneficial to have a closed down meditation. Number 6, music can have a fantastic effect on our personal meditation, and it can be a super fast way in to our meditation also. When we look at the radio, we see that the radio stations are tuned to 440 Hertz, and this puts our brain into the beta state. We want to really get into the alpha state when we're meditating, and this is done by listening to certain music that is tuned to 432 Hertz. And of course, the 432 Hertz really does connect, and it is in fact connected to the whole universe. We are all connected anyway. That's why telepathy works psychic ability works, the way we vibrate, everything vibrates. So music is a very good thing to meditate with, especially when it's on 432 hertz. Saying this, a lot of my students and a lot of meditation teachers find the opposite works. So pure quietness works for them. Maybe they're in an office job where there's a lot of chitter chatter and phone calls and people talking all around them all day long. Maybe they're in a factory or something in this nature and they just want to come home and have the opposite effect. Basically, in short, it's whatever works for you. But that is number 6. Music can also help with your meditation. Number 7, thoughts that enter the mind. So when you're doing your meditation, any thoughts that enter your mind, just let them be. Just relax, just chill. Don't be judgmental on those thoughts, and definitely don't act on them. You don't need to watch them. Just let them be. Sometimes when we fight something in this life, we give that something fuel and it becomes stronger. And I say this to a lot of people that suffer with depression. Instead of fighting it and trying to light switch the thoughts off, sometimes this can work against them, and the depression can in fact get stronger. It's like you're having a tug of war. Then with the depression, you're one end, the depression is the other end. So sometimes when we meditate, and you will get thoughts come into your mind, and those thoughts, we know that most thoughts are fictional, they're not fact, and they will try and gain control once again of your mind by throwing questions at you. It's always questions. What you doing? How long are you going to be doing this? This isn't working. You need to be doing other things. So if any thoughts enter your mind, just let them be and bring yourself back to your breathing, your breath, if the mind wanders. So exaggerate the breath. So number 7 is just let your thoughts be. Just let them be. So that's number 7. Number 8 is routine. Get into a good daily routine of meditation, maybe just for 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and maybe 5 to 10 minutes before you go to sleep. As you expand and you get more experience and you get better at your meditation, then you can expand it to maybe 20 minutes and then expand it to however long you need to work on yourself. So number 8 is be consistent with your meditation and get in a good regular routine with it daily. Number 9 is posture. Our personal posture helps with our meditation. So if we're sitting down like this gentleman in the picture, back up straight, head in line. If we're standing, then we need to face both of our feet forward as if we're stood on a train track. Knees slightly bent, back up straight, and once again, the head should be aligned. Not back too much, not forward too much. Just up slightly. So, number 9 is posture. Number 10, enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy your personal meditation. Have fun doing it. Don't turn it into a chore. Don't turn it into a task. Yeah? So really get excited about it. The only thing you can get out of meditation is something positive. So number 10 is enjoy what you're doing. Final thoughts. Meditation is all about self-development, both spiritually, mentally, and physically. We already know if we're blocked mentally with maybe stress or depression, this blocks us spiritually And this affects our human body, our health. It can affect our immune system so that other diseases creep in. So it's always good to self-develop, as it were, so that we are stronger in our weaknesses. Maybe we have a weakness in our personality we need to get stronger at. Or maybe our life, are we making the same mistakes every day, every year? So meditation is all about self-development, and this is why you are here right now listening to this film. Also, meditation is a way to get in touch with your inner self, your higher self. We have the answers inside of us. We just need to stop, create time, and tap into those answers. And when we put ourselves back in this moment of now, this is where our power is, and this is where our strength is. And most of the time we don't tap into all of our strength. And of course, the other thing, there is so much scientific proof these days that meditation really does reduce stress. In the years to come, you will see meditation expand into schools worldwide. You will see people hiring instructors to calm their staff down that work in that particular company. We hold so much stress in our hands, our toes, our feet, our neck, our head. It really is unreal. I do a lot of acupressure, hand massage on people, and the amount of stress in their palms is unreal. So become the most amazing soul you have ever been so far with meditation. If you don't like something in your life, change it, but don't struggle with it. Get wiser, get more spiritual. So thank you so much for vibrating with me today. We will vibrate again very, very soon. So you take care. I send you blessings now from myself and the universe. Keep going. You're doing well. You are amazing. You have power from within your soul. Metta, thank you.